time in history, all 4 belts in the cruiserweight division will belong proudly around the waist of one man.
KUGAN CASSIUS, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Why do you get better interviews out of the boxers rather than Sky Sports or BoxNation or BBC sometimes?
I didn't say that, you said that.
When they come to you, they go, yeah, KUGAN, all right, what you got for me? It feels a lot more relatable.
Yeah. Listen, we're far from the best at questions or journalism or whatever. I'm never claimed to be that. But what we have got is we've established relationships with the fighters that you're talking about over the space of the last 8 years.
So you've interviewed every boxer in this current generation?
I had a tick list years ago of fighters I wanted to interview.
And who's on top of that list?
To be honest with you, the top of our list, I won't get to interview him because he was Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
That was the pinnacle of if I ever got around him. But obviously, sadly, he passed away. But if you ask me who would I've wanted to that I haven't, it would be Ali.
He's up there. I feel like a fan favourite of yours, the videos that you do with the sit-downs with Eddie Hearn. As a casual boxing fan, why is it seems so hard that you can't put the fights that we want? We want Joshua versus Fury.
They're coming.
We want Joshua versus Wilder. Why has that not happened?
Do you know what? With Tyson Fury, obviously Tyson Fury's been out the ring for 2.5 years. What would have happened with Tyson Fury in that 2.5 years since he beat Klitschko on a brilliant night in Dusseldorf back in 2015? Would that fight have happened with Joshua by now? Possibly, because with these heavyweights now, it's got to a point where they're kind of angling themselves into fighting each other, where if Joshua beats Joseph Parker at the end of this month, then he has 3 belts, Wilder has the 1 belt. It's the fight that's being pushed together just because of that itself. So with Fury, it's a little bit more complex because he's been out the ring for quite some time. He needs to come back and kind of get warmed up, if you like. But those 2 fights will happen within the next 18 months. I'm pretty confident that the Wilder fight, and personally, I want to see that Fury fight because Fury kind of left the scene as #1 because when he beat Klitschko, no one expected him to do it. He did it. So there's unfinished business there. So Joshua Fury for me is the one. It's the biggest fight we'll ever see in British boxing to date.
Who wins? Anthony Joshua.
There's no way
Fury?
on Radio 1 Extra am I disclosing that information for myself.
Be honest, because I feel like you have these conversations off
I do,
air.
100%.
So why can't you say it on it?
Do you know what? People always ask that and they say, why won't you back a fight publicly? Because it's not bottling it, it's just using that a little bit. Because I know that some fighters, and it's not with all fighters, you kind of tip one fighter or another, it's subconsciously in their brain, this guy's gone against me, or whatever. That's what, I've said that before. It is fence-sitting, I'm not going to dispute that, it's pure fence-sitting, but there's a method behind it.
Bottled it.
First time in history, all 4 belts in the cruiserweight division will belong proudly around the waist of one man.